other features of on the back end. So we already know how to clear. We're going to clear it. All our shots are gone. And we're going to go into some of the settings. This is where it gets fun. So as we go through, you can see our timer options for delay. We have it set up. So the random delay, we can set it up between, this is 1 to 3 seconds random start. Now the expected time between shots, this is real important, especially if you have multiple shooters or if you're training someone to pin the trigger back, because if you pin the trigger back at 0.15 seconds, it's going to register multiple shots. So I want you to see that first, because we're going to play with that a little bit, but that's real important when you're working some trigger control. So we still have it at 1.5. We're going to go back out for a second, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to do an untimed mode here. So it's now starting. It's not being timed. And I'm just going to hold the trigger and pin it back, and let's do it on number 1. Right? So as I bring it out and I hold the trigger back, you notice that it registered a whole bunch of hits because it's looking for the trigger pull to be 0.15. So if I'm working on someone really pinning that trigger back, I'm going to have to go back in and adjust it a little bit. So now I'm going to bring it up to a half a second. All right, so a half a second gives me enough time to pull it back, let it go back out, take the slack out, pin it back again, especially with new students. So I've cleared it. Now I'm going to hold it back for just about half a second. You're going to see it's not going to register more than 1 hit, right? Oh, now I walked over here and I wasn't ready to go. I can hit number 6 and I'm good to go. All right, so I'm going to pin it. All right, held a little bit long. All right, so it allows me to pin it back a little bit more, especially for the new students that are training. That's a good feature. So let's go back in. And now the short time can also be used for one other drill. And I'm going to show you this, especially for law enforcement people that want to get off the target really quick. So I'm still leaving it at 1.5, but I'm going to clear it, and I'm going to go to target number 2, and what I'll have them do is I'll have them hold the trigger for about 3 seconds. This is going to do a patterning drill because I want to see where they're drifting, left or right, up or down, but they have to lock in that shooting position. So I'll have them come up, right? They're going to lock it in. They're going to hold it for at least 2 or 3 seconds. All right, so as I come up on the target, right, it shows you here pretty good patterning. Now I'm going to show you a little bit of a drift so you can kind of see the difference between that. So as I come up, I'm going to move the gun around a little bit. Right, as I bring it in, I'll go a little bit lower. So as I'm hitting it, right, you kind of see it's kind of moving around a little bit. All right, so when we go up, we're going, right, they're kind of doing a circle. They're not really locking in either their grip, their stance. Something's going on there, but it's a good drill for just teaching someone new to see what's going on. All right, so we'll clear the screen. Let's go back in. So remember the expected time between shots. If you have someone that's pulling the trigger real fast, that may not be fast enough because they may be missing shots in between.